whatever I bet, I could change the odds for every bookmaker in the country.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money, money, money.
Dollar, dollar.
What up, everybody? The Gritty Gamers are back in the building. How are you doing, Matt?
Doing much better than I was on Monday. You know, we back.
Glad to have you
Feeling
back,
well,
brother.
but we here today. If I sound a little weird, apologies. I've been under the weather, but I'm here. Let's go.
Let's do this, right?
Yeah. So what you think about tonight's slate? We got a couple of action. We got Thursday night football. We got a little hockey. We got a little NBA, college basketball. What were you looking at tonight, Parlay?
So I really like this Thursday night football game. I like the props, so I'll wait a little bit on the props. But what do you think about the game overall?
Looking at it from the outside in, I know a lot of money came in on LA throughout the week. It is a home game for them too. Stafford's playing like a top 10 QB in the league right now. What one of my main props I always tell you is if his line for right now, if his line for touchdowns is under 2, take it. So if it's at like 1.5, but the Ravens game it was 0.5. He finds a way to cash it. I'm not gonna lie. The Ravens game they put him at 0.5 and he threw 3. The next week they put him at 1.5 and he threw 2 versus the Commanders. He still got 2 off on us.
Let me check the Propomizer.
But yeah, it's something that Stafford's is. I don't do too many props when it comes to the NFL, but he's like the one prop I've bet the most the past 3 years.
Speaking of Stafford, if you want another prop with him, if you want like a little Stafford parlay, you can throw in Stafford over a half a rushing yard. He hit it last week. He has gotten negative a couple times. But when projected to hit it, he hits it, and right now he's projected to get 5 yards. I don't know if he gets 5 yards, but I could see 2.
I like that. Okay. But overall, I mean, I know we were talking about it earlier. Nakua or Cup, one of them got a score tonight.
Yeah, it is 1.5.
Okay, it is the line's 1.5.
I saw someone else was on over 21.5 passing attempts. What do you think about that? Or completions?
Completions?
Yeah. 21.5 completions.
If he's doing 21.5 completions, they're winning the game most likely. That's how I kind of think of that aspect. If you're gonna bet that,
yeah.
Okay. Because like, have you seen what LA's done recently? Playing a top tier defense, which New Orleans might not be top tier, but they're still pretty damn good.
I agree.
And Stafford's tore up these elite defenses, so it doesn't matter what play. At my point, he had to play the Browns, he had to play the Ravens, the 2 of the best defenses in the league this year, and he threw 6 touchdowns on them.
Yeah, I mean. He's really good. I will say that.
He's stepping up his game right now.
People hated on him in the offseason. With the injuries, he's coming back. He's on top of it. Cooper Kupp's playing really well. A bet I had 2 weekends ago was Cooper Kupp plus 300 touchdown. I would probably stay off of him tonight. He might get it, but he's the number 1 bet.
Guy tonight?
Yeah.
It might be a Puka night then.
Puka didn't get one last game. I will say that.
A lot of red zone targets.
He didn't get it.
Okay. He doesn't get too many. Let me say, he gets a lot of touches in the red zone, but they're not the type of touches you want. Sometimes he gets weird carries in the red zone. He'll get like a weird catch, like he'll get them to like the 3-yard line and get tackled. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a weird. I didn't like playing him like last time.
It didn't feel right watching it. You're like, oh, we didn't get close.
And then
or we got too close and we missed one of the 2.
I will say if you want a nice little touchdown prop, I think Rams are 27th against tight ends.
Okay.
You could do Jimmy Graham. I think it's like plus 650. Or it's plus 600 maybe, but I kind of like Jawan Jennings.
Yeah, Juwan Johnson.
Jawan Johnson, or Foster Moreau.
Okay, so pretty much any other tight end but Jimmy Graham.
Any tight end, honestly. But
Oh, so even Jimmy Graham. Okay,
Jimmy Graham can get it, but like
he's the
he
one who
also
usually's been getting him
he
recently,
has
right?
the most. Yeah,
Okay,
he's like 4 touchdowns for 6 receptions. So
that's all he does. That's what
is
he's
that
there
going
for.
to keep going on? You know,
Well, I mean, that really just means they sell him in on the gold package only, and then he goes up for a one-on-one ball.
pretty much
I mean, that's what he's been known for in his career.
all he really does now.
I
Kind of
forgot.
disappointing.
It's crazy he's still in the league, man.
Yeah,
You even shake your head. You're like,
I'm
oh, I
I'm
do
not
want
a
to ask
biggest
you.
fan. I'm not the biggest fan of having like stay for like I don't know. It's
When you're
kind of
not
like
needed no more. Yeah. Overstayed your
overstaying the
welcome.
welcome. Yeah.
Yeah.
It took me a second.
Nah, but I mean, besides that, I don't really have too many thoughts on this game on the Saints side. I really feel like they're capped by Derek Carr. I mean, unless you want to take like a Taysom Hill anytime touchdown prop, that's like the only like maybe like oof, because you know Kamara is going to score, so there's no value on that. Is my point, or they don't put any value on it. Is what I'm getting at. It's probably minus money almost.
I found something that's not bad. Derek Carr's been going after Rashid Shaheed recently.
Yeah,
Um,
I got him in fantasy in one of my leagues, so I started out of my head when I heard that.
yeah, so he's hit over. Is it He's gone over this like multiple times, so I kind of bought up a little bit, and
Okay.
I didn't buy up. I actually got more value. Did over 44 receiving yards, and then over 2.5 receptions
Okay.
and a touchdown for plus 600, 620.
Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all.
And then
Um.
Alvin Kamara, I like him over 50.5 rushing yards. He's hit that 4 out of his last 5 games.
Yeah.
Jamal
He's been elite
Williams,
since he came back from suspension, Kamara.
he's been
They're
pretty good.
wasting him this year. They're wasting him. I'm not gonna lie to you. I say that because how good they're like. They have a really good defense, and you have a really good running back. You should be a lot better than what you are. But Derek Carr has been playing so incompetent this year, and his arm is shot because of that arm injury that he had earlier in the season. That's like, bro, that's how you lose a locker room.
I agree. But I don't have the most trust in him tonight. That's why I got Alvin Kamara over 50.5 rushing yards.
That makes sense because he's gonna pound the
Jamal
rock.
Williams over 18.5 rushing yards. Jamal Williams over 2.5 receiving yards.
See you with
And
RB everything.
this guy named A.T. Perry, who's a wide receiver, he only needs 14 yards. I threw that in there too. That's
Okay.
plus 1,200.
Okay. I like that. Okay, you're getting a little
And
spicy on that
then
one.
the last one is Foster Moreau, anytime touchdown.
Okay. So you had a bunch of props for this game. You're deep on this game.
Yeah, same as Monday. We did the same thing Monday.
Okay. No, I don't really have too many thoughts on this game besides the action on the line is the one thing I was noticing. How I mentioned earlier, the Rams were heavily bet on throughout the week. I haven't noticed if it's flipped so much recently. But one thing I'd say is, what's the spread at right now, parlay exactly on that game?
4.
All right, so they lost a half because I remember the last time I looked at it was 4.5. Depending
Yeah,
on
it's been
books, you
coming
might
down
see it four and
today.
a half somewhere. Okay. That means one sharp better probably bet on the Saints late, and that's why that line moves. So I lean the Rams in this game personally, just with momentum. However, the one thing I give the Saints credit is it's a dome team playing a dome team, so they're used to the environment. Everyone says LA's field is like a track field to play on, so I wouldn't be too worried about a road game in LA if I was just betting on the Saints. You know, what I'm not saying bet on the Saints, but if people were betting on the Saints, I wouldn't be too
With
worried
that
about
being
it.
said, I think they're gonna run a lot, so that looks good for me if it's a track field.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I mean, like for example, you know where I get that reference from?
What you
Because
got?
the Cowboys and real Cowboys fans will probably tell you this. They are not the same when they are not playing in AT&T versus playing outside on grass fields. The Bills is not an example because that's AstroTurf, but it's just been a known fact for years that the
Yeah,
Cowboys,
Alabama plays really good at AT&T Stadium too.
because it's a track field. That's what it's designed to do. Speed, build, build, build. That's why that field is built. People love playing at AT&T Stadium. So the reason why I say that is the Cowboys got two or three road games coming up in the next 3 weeks. Now the Commanders are a road game for them. You can watch that. They'll probably rinse wash us. The only way we win that game is if Jacoby Brissett walks in and says, "I'm leaving here with something." That's the only way we win that game, but that's not gonna happen. The Cowboys, what I will tell you is, I think they're going to Miami and losing personally.
The Cowboys
They
going to
play this week.
Miami and losing.
They play this week.
Let me pull that up because
It's not even about what type of field Hard Rock is. It's an outdoor game, and Miami is just like the Dallas in terms of they generally play a lot better at home, and it's not a primetime game.
I see what
Miami
you're
sucks in
saying.
the primetime.
Well,
Miami
I think
sucks.
Miami's done.
Are you saying this because of Hard Knocks? Because that's your reasoning, then I can laugh it off. You know what I mean? You know what I'm trying to say?
Bro,
But that's your. But am I right or wrong? If that's your reasoning, I can laugh it off at least.
they're falling apart, bro.
You're not
It's
wrong, but
true.
like, bro, let me pull this up. See,
And
okay,
it started what 3 weeks ago? And
It's-
when did Hard Knocks start? 3 weeks ago.
so right now the game is at 4:25 on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Right now, I'd lean Miami in that game personally. Also, Atlanta's favorite versus you guys?
Yeah, so listen to this. They didn't open as the favorite. When
Is it because of
Heineke
suspension?
it's because of Heineke.
They like him that much.
It went up that much. 'Cause of Heineke.
The books love Heineke. That's scary. I'm not gonna lie.
People were bugging, and I said, "No, hold on. It might be okay. Just let it come back down. Could be an overreaction. We gotta wait."
Yeah, nah, that's woo.
But it keeps going up. So
Yo, the Commanders better not win this game versus the dang New York Jets. We better lose that game. I swear.
also, Atlanta is 1-3 against the AFC this year, and the under is 3-1.
Brother, they lost to the Commanders at home. Y'all should win. That's all I gotta say. AKA they lost in Atlanta to us.
We should win, but this is
But
how
should-
we lose the division right here.
Yeah. Another thing I'll bring up, I think Jake Browning might do something that Joe Burrow can't do, and that's win an AFC North game.
Dang, you calling him out like that?
It's a fact, man. I think Jake Browning might be able to do it. And the reason why I say that is I know he lost to the Saints, the Steelers, the first time he played them. I know he did, but he also, if I'm not mistaken, that was his first start.
I like the Steelers. I like the Bengals because I said that Monday. That was my early lean.
Yeah, his start in the Steelers game was his first. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just want to double check. Jake Browning first start as an NFL quarterback was versus the Steelers, and they only lost by 6. You can't get mad.
I would say Bengals money line if you take anything on that one.
I was agreeing with you. I like the Bengals in that game.
But I would not take the spread.
Oh, it's 2.5 right now. Yeah, it's a field goal, right?
I see 3 some places.
Oh, okay. So
I see they got the money on the spread the other way.
Hey, you know what I'm mad we missed an opportunity on futures on? Buffalo to win the AFC East.
Plus 330.
I mean, if you take it now, it's still plus money, but like, bro, you know where it was 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago?
I took it 2 weeks ago. It was plus 300.
You did? Oh,
was
I
300.
swear, like 3 weeks ago or 4 months ago, it's like almost plus 2,000.
2 weeks ago, we did it live on air.
We did. Okay, so that means
300, and it was
I just saw
I
something
will say the
online
week
recently.
before it was plus 2,700 for them to
That's
win.
what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
It was plus 2,700 for them to win the Super Bowl, and then it
Super Bowl.
went down to. Let me see what I got it at 2 weeks ago.
You know what this means, Parlay? That the coaching change from to Joe Brady, and they're able to run the ball now, really has affected their odds in Vegas.
Yeah, so on December 21st. Wait, no, that's today. On December 14th, it was plus 300 to win the division.
December 14th plus 300. Okay.
And December 14th, it was.
Oh, that was a week ago. So we did this last Thursday. Okay.
1,600 to win the Super Bowl.
Okay, so we did this a week ago. Okay, that makes sense.
Let's see where we are at now.
Because I saw something. You know that guy on Twitter, on X, John Ewing, that I always be sending you about, that has a lot of future stuff? He works for BetMGM.
Yeah, I follow him now.
Yeah, so he popped up something up about this exact situation, and like 2-3 weeks ago, the Bills were plus 2,000 to win the division.
Yeah, so right now they're 200, so it's come down another.
That's what I'm getting at. What I mean, the futures opportunity we missed. So I was just like, dang. I mean, you still hit it, but like, bro,
I took Colts at plus 550. It's at 260.
You got leverage on that right now. Almost, you got a chance. It just depends on how hurt is Trevor
Jacksonville has to keep
how
losing.
hurt is Trevor Lawrence. That's what this bet comes down to. Because Trevor Lawrence is playing hurt right now. We all know that. It's just how hurt is he? Sorry about this. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Nose.
He's gonna play on my fantasy team this week.
Okay.
Got some hockey for us?
We can load right into it. Kassa Hockey Corner has been activated again. Last night we came back just to give you all a recap. We bet on the Caps on the hometown team three-way money line. We missed. We doubled back at right when OT started. Bet on the Caps again. We knew they were winning the game regardless. We made the money back. You know why I was so mad at myself? Because I knew Dylan Strom was going to be the one to score the goal, and I didn't put in the anytime goal scorer. You know what the odds would have been? Like in overtime to be the anytime goal scorer, it would have been like plus 1,000 because you're getting it. You made it right.
But can you do that?
I think you can. I'm gonna have to test it today. I'm not gonna bet on somebody to just do it, but I'm gonna see if you can do it. I'm gonna check a game right at regulation to see if it's possible. Because I don't think you can now that I'm thinking about it, because they usually lock up everything but the line. At least that's what FanDuel does. Now that I'm thinking hard about it, they usually lock up everything but the line. But it's something I'll double check later. But for some of the games I like tonight for NHL, I was originally in the morning, I was liking the lean on the Golden Knights tonight versus Tampa. I still have the bet in. However, I'm not as confident in it personally. It moved the other way.
You crossed off. That's all. So,
well, it's not even just about it. I'm not really worried about.
Somebody was bugging in the Discord.
Oh, you were laughing at it?
Yeah, I was laughing at it. I don't know who it was.
What'd they say?
It was
it was me.
That was you.
Was it the Breaking Bad gif?
No, it was someone saying that they were gonna take like two teams, and then like 5 minutes later, both teams were marked off the list.
Okay, I did say that in there. That's why I'm like, you might have saw me.
Your name is Kassa something.
Oh yeah, okay. You know who? All right, then it was.
I seen you in there.
You can recognize it. Okay.
Nah, I've taken your bet and you lost it. I was bad.
Oh wait, when? Which one?
It was earlier this week. I think it was college basketball.
Okay. No, yeah. I don't post my plays in there too much unless I'm literally like tailing. But we do have like there's a bunch of people in that community. I love that community. Shout out. But
I want to find what they said. It was funny. They said, I'm taking this, and they're like,
But no, yeah. So pretty much what he's referring to is there were a lot of sharps this morning early on Vegas, and it looks like it was to the point to where there was probably up to 3 to 4, 5 sharp bettors maybe on Vegas. One better took Tampa, and they get crossed. So yeah, that's kind of how it goes. However, what I was bringing up about it, besides them getting crossed off, is that I just didn't like the line movement on it since I took the bet. Let me put it to you this way, parlay. Vegas opened at plus 100, moved to even money. I bet them at even money because that's when it was in the morning moved, and then now have moved it to almost plus money again. So it doesn't have great movement on it. The movement is because of the goaltenders, if I'm not mistaken, because Vegas is playing their third string goalie because their second goalie or first goalie, however you rank them in rotation, is injured, so they only have the other one and then the third string. So the third string is playing tonight for Vegas versus Andrei Vasilevsky, one of the best playoff goalies of the past 10 years. So it might be a rough one in Tampa tonight. However, it is the type of game that Vegas could win. They are the more rigid team right now. Tampa has a lot of issues in terms of how they're running. They're very inconsistent, is what it is. They'll win a game 5-0 and then lose a game 4-2. So it's like that's just how Tampa is. So look out for that. The play I'm probably leaning on the most I really like tonight. I really like Minnesota. I'm a guy that really does believe in this new coach bump in this new era. At one point, it was 19-7 straight up.
Was you?
Huh?
It was you.
I told you, I know my stuff, parlay. It was funny, right?
I didn't read the name earlier.
Then you saw the Breaking Bad gif. You're like, oh dang, it was this mother sucker.
Yeah, I went back and looked. I found the gif and I was like, "Oh, it was you, motherfucker."
Bro, I know when to be comedic. I am self-aware.
The dude was like, "Not sure about the pounds." He's like, "You're like, yeah." The joke was more about. He's like, yeah, I get it.
But no, yeah, Vegas had me geeked up on that one. But yeah, one thing I wanted to break down.
There were some other dudes in there mad about stuff too, but it wasn't. That was the one that I was looking for.
Of course,
I just forgot. I didn't look at the gift the first time either.
Of course, your co-host is the one that geeks you. Of course, your co-host is the one that geeks you.
I'm so laughing.
Oh my god! All right. Besides that. Okay. So I'm trying to talk about the Wild here, man. Yeah, I really like the Wild tonight.
Hello, guys. Welcome in. We're really good at
No, but the one thing we don't talk about whenever I bring up these hockey teams is this new coach bump. When it comes to teams like the Oilers, the Blues,
everybody
Wild. I mean, they don't. Honestly, we're gonna get to them in a second. So just wait on But yeah. So
get the two. When you do those, I need to do my two poo-poo lists too.
Okay. Yeah. I got you.
So I gotta do the Blues and I gotta do the new one.
We'll do the Blues during this segment because it's the hockey.
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, that's what I was gonna do. I was gonna do Blues
do that,
and then go into the next one.
So what I wanted to say was the Wild, especially with under their new coach John Hines, have been playing much more skillful, have been playing not as much man focused on what they're doing. They're being much more free, and they're also. It's hard to say like the 2 and 2 don't go together, but they're also much more defensively sound now because of it. They're not giving up as much. They're playing tighter hockey. They're playing more fluid hockey. And that's going to lead you to better chances in your system when you're running a decent system. And John Hines has brought in that for them. So I like Minnesota tonight, especially because their goaltenders have been playing a lot better since the coaching change. I'm following the trend, honestly, in the little parlay I have. 3 of the teams I bet on are going to fall under that trait because I have the Oilers tonight versus the Devils. It's a road game for the Oilers. They just came off that big win streak, and they finally have started to lose a couple games. They lost their road game on Tuesday to the Islanders. I expect this game to be different just because the Islanders have things that match up with teams with a lot of skill. They have a defenseman because they keep trading for a defenseman every week, so they're never going to run out of defensemen. They have defensemen that can hit, and they have a top 5 power play. And when you have that, you're going to be able to compete with a lot of teams. So that's why the Islanders go to overtime more than anyone else. And with that being said, when you have that, you're going to be able to compete with a team like the Oilers. So that's why they lost that game on Tuesday. However, they're playing a team like the Devils who does not play that same in structure. They do not. The Devils are a much more free-flowing team in terms of how they move the puck. That's going to fit well for the Oilers, who are actually playing a lot better in system under Chris Caldwell. So I like the Oilers tonight. Plus, you're getting them at a dog tonight, too, on the road. I like that. Almost even money as a dog. It's a good option. And then we're going to get to Ottawa now. So the first team to take an L automatically with their bump was Ottawa. Now, they've only had their new coach for one game, but it was a rough one. They were up 3-0 on the Yotes, ended up losing 4-3, gave up a three-goal third period. So it's looking rough for them. However, I am on the Ottawa plus 1.5 tonight just because of momentum. They're playing Colorado, who Cale Makar has been playing hurt, and he did not play for Chicago. They lost in Chicago to the worst team in the league, the Blackhawks. I'm not saying Ottawa's going to win this game, but under this new coach and the way they generally have been starting games, they shouldn't get blown out. They really shouldn't. So I like the plus 1.5 on Ottawa there. Those are going to be mainly my new coach bump plays, those three. I have a couple other leans, but those are going to be the three I really wanted to highlight because we're talking about the new coach bump. Honestly, you're going to hear Parlay rip into the St. Louis Blues for probably about 15, 20 seconds here in a little bit. I will give you this one disclaimer. They've made me a lot of coin as plus money favorites. So this is definitely Parlay's part of the poo-poo list. I am now done. Go ahead, Parlay.
They're bums. Don't put any money on them. Bro. Just when they pull you right back in. Fuck them. They're terrible.
Now, they've gotten us a couple times, but was the last straw for Parlay.
Bro, turn it on to 5-0.
I didn't even bring it up to you that night. I didn't even say anything that night about it.
I just threw his phone, bro. I was like, all right, well, good thing I'm up for the past couple weeks. So.
Like, I opened up the app on Tuesday night or Monday. It was Tuesday night or Monday night, one of the two. And you just see St. Louis down 5-0 in the second period. 5-0 in the second period. You're like, what the heck they give these boys in Tampa? Because, and that's kind of what my point was earlier. You know what I mean about Tampa, because they've lost money for us too this year. We've seen Tampa do the same thing. The same thing. You know exactly what I'm talking about. The Toronto game. When they went up 5-1 and lost 6-5.
That was bad, bro.
So it's like, that's kind of what I'm getting at with Tampa. They're just very inconsistent. So honestly, the bet tonight on the Knights was a risk because you never know. The Tampa who showed up and the two-time Cup champs could show up like they did versus St. Louis, like other games. And just, for example, Tampa's one of the teams that beat Boston this year. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, man. They're inconsistent. They're very inconsistent. One team, I will tell you, I don't really, because honestly, the futures I told at the beginning of the year are not looking good for the playoffs because these teams are terrible. Like I didn't get to. Let's just say we should have done better research because I don't know what's going on with the fact that Seattle was even money to make the playoffs after getting it to the second round last year. I should have known better.
They're your ultimate poo-poo list, bro.
Yeah. You know, I didn't mention to you. I threw a half unit on the Kings last night. You know what happened. Seattle won. You know, I thought I got them off the list. They're never getting off the list.
They're never getting off the list, bro. I'm trying to tell you.
Here's the thing, though.
Can't take a team off the list.
Are they still number one? At this point, they might have moved back up, is my point.
Yeah, because college football is basically done, so all those guys are gone.
Yeah, they're basically number one. They've been bad beats for the longest period of time.
I feel like weren't the Vikings on it at one time?
I don't know if it was the Vikings or they were like week 2 because I think you got mad that he sold the Eagles game. They didn't cover by like a point.
Yeah. They stink.
you're like, yeah. but no, overall, and a quick shout out. I like if you're gonna do a little pizza money bet, Joe Pavelski anytime goal scorer tonight plus 185. I locked in a little parlay with him and Leon Draisaitl, who I think is usually automatic game. I like him to score tonight versus New Jersey. But the more important highlight is Pavelski. He's leading the Stars in goals. They're gonna have to score tonight playing Vancouver because they don't have Ottinger in net, so they're gonna have to protect Wedgwood and get some goals in the back of the other net. And with that being said, at home tonight too, I like him to score because he'll probably get a tip on the power play like he usually does. You probably could have bet his power play point too. Either one of the usually when scores is on the power play. So that's something I'd like tonight. Joe Pavelski anytime goal score plus 185.
Nice. And to circle back, Foster Moreau will score a touchdown tonight.
Okay. So you looked into it a little bit more. Okay.
So that'll happen.
You were deciding between him and Juwan Johnson. You chose Foster.
I still like Juwan Johnson too. I haven't taken Juwan Johnson though.
Okay, but you took Foster. All right. Ooh, actually, I wanted to ask you about this because we don't really have too many of these. What you think about the bowl game tonight?
I'm staying off.
Okay. I wish they let Fran Brown on the sidelines, man. It's his time, man. They still gonna have to interim coach the game, which I mean is respectful for him. But if you have a new coach hired for a month now already,
same thing with Coastal last year.
ooh, heads up, Kawhi's out tonight. Thunder winning probably.
That's why Thunder was on there.
Thunder's winning. Yeah. Clippers on a back-to-back with no Kawhi are cursed. Now, I will say this. You know the only reason that might make sense? Paul George might be playing. Or is he also out too? If they're both out, then he is.
It's gone up 3 points, so I'm not staying off.
What do you mean gone up 3? What's it? Is it at 7.5 now?
6.5. It was at 3.5 when it opened, so.
Well, that means PG and. Ooh, yeah. Oh, no. Hold up. If they just announced Kawhi, that means they are going to announce PG too. Let me double check. Paul George. I knew it. So, yeah, exactly. That's what they did. He's playing tonight, Paul George. So they reversed it. Kawhi didn't play last night versus the Mavs, and they won by 11. Honestly, that's a plus. That might be a plus 7.5. Or 6.5, wherever it is. I mean, I'm not saying but that type of line movement.
No, I know what you're saying.
Because think about it, Parlay. 3 points for Kawhi, I understand, but they didn't. That's like not thinking PG's going to play, too. That means if neither of them was playing and it was just Harden and the boys, it would have been like a 10-point spread.
Sorry, I'm looking at some more lines for college basketball tonight.
Oh, yeah, Kentucky already jumping on Louisville early.
Yeah, I saw that. They're giving them the work.
Well, what did you think about Bama's performance last night?
I went to bed at 8 o'clock.
I'm not saying. Well, yeah, the game was at midnight. I know. I didn't expect anyone to watch it. I was proud of myself. I got to 3 minutes left in the first half, and then I passed out. The NyQuil kicked in.
There's no chance I was ever watching that. I woke up and saw.
You know what the funny part is?
You won the 50 in the first half, and I was like, oh, maybe there was a chance. I love that, man.
Bro, there was, bro. Literally, you could tell if this game was played at a normal time, Bama's players probably would have been a little better. I'm not even trying to give them an excuse. I'm really not. But the way the game started, Bama started the game off better, played better for the first 20 minutes, and you can clearly tell it's an East Coast team playing at West Coast time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we gotta have one of the toughest schedules.
Bro, y'all are 6-5, and KenPom still has you top 15. That don't make sense.
Because our 3 losses are first 3 of the best teams in the country.
So you're saying Ohio State's one of the best teams in the country?
I said the 3 losses, not the 4.
I had to get the troll in. I'm sorry. You know, you guys are OP at football, so everyone
That
will
would be
troll
the
y'all.
5th. That was the 5th. Clemson
Yeah,
at least gets in there before they do.
I didn't bring up Clemson. Yeah, you know why I'm not bringing up Clemson? Because UVA has to play Clemson this year, and I know that's not going to be fun for us right now. You saw what happened versus Memphis? Diabolical. Penny Hardaway got a squad in Memphis. I can't lie. They might be the best team in Tennessee, and Tennessee fans did not like to hear that.
Yeah, Tennessee fans are revolting against one of their former fans, but we're not going to get into that right now.
Oh yeah, let's not talk about it. Nah. But what I will say is Blitz Bama Blitz. We haven't said it on the podcast in a while. I had to say it once. Thank you, Parlay. Thanks, Parlay. I know if Will was watching this, William was not liking that. I'll say it. I'll say it from WDE. Parlay just gave me a death stare for saying that, so I'm gonna stop. For those of y'all who can't see us.
Roll
Honestly, let's see. We covered just about everything. I mean, there's not too. This is an interesting development. We got to cover this. Detroit Pistons are favored in a game tonight. They're favored in a game tonight.
I took them the other night versus Atlanta
To win?
line.
Bro, yeah, they're favored tonight because you know how many people Utah got out? Taylor Horton Tucker, Lloyd Markkinen, Keontae George.
Yeah, but I was listening to something that they'd probably still win because their backups it's not bad. It's Colin Sexton and
Utah's a deep team. I know.
I think Utah will be okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay off.
Well, no, I just wanted to bring it up because when are we gonna see Detroit be favored again?
I mean, right?
Time.
So
we're not betting on it. I just wanted it's a topic to discuss.
I'm not. Yeah, I wouldn't. I'm staying away from them.
Okay, Pelicans.
Austin said he has them over 20 wins this year.
Who? Pistons?
Yeah, I was like, bro.
Did you see the line movement on that after the season start 30 games in?
What is it now? Like 5?
Like 9.
Yeah, bro.
It's actually at 9.
I would be pissed if I had that bet.
It's like, bro.
I mean, I had Clemson to win it, so I guess that's about.
Also, the T-Wolves might dog y'all tonight. I'm not gonna lie. No LeBron tonight.
Back to back.
No. I'm just telling you. Yeah, you mean for the T-Wolves? Yeah, I guess, but it's at home. They came home.
Tough loss.
Well, let me double check this. This is the one thing I wanted to double check. Okay, so yeah, they had to fly in last night, so it was a road to home back to back. Because we talk about that in basketball.
I watched the game last night.
I watched it a little bit too.
They got the over.
Was it? That was a game Joel went crazy, right?
Yeah, Joel was kind of. I was like, I needed the over, so I was every time they would shoot it, I'd be like, that's not going in. And one time I was like, yo, that's not going in. And it went in. I was like, oh my God. And they were going crazy. I was like,
nah, what made me laugh was everyone clowning the people who took the under on his points, rebounds, and assists.
It's like me taking the under on Ja.
Bro,
I went on here and said take the over no matter what, and then I took the under.
Bro, I had you know what was funny? I had a homie who had a parlay. John Morant 30 plus, John Morant 8 plus rebounds, John Morant 6 plus assists, and that shit hit. I was so proud in the moment because they turned like $3 into 80 because of the odds.
Damn.
I was just like, yo, I was like, that's crazy. More respect, man. I was like, that's crazy.
I saw a Colts fan a couple weeks ago put $2 on 2 people scoring a touchdown, won $600. I was like, imagine if you had balls and you put $10. Like,
Bro, no, yeah. The only stuff I've hit like that was like, remember I was telling we were having that one conversation earlier this week when I told you live betting is better for doing those big parlays.
Yeah, I've been watching live odds on people to score anytime touchdowns. They go up. They go really up.
But let me tell you this: the reason why I said that is because, like, for
I
example, when
tried
you're
to
doing,
get Jamar Chase at plus 300 one game right before he scored, and I couldn't get it because he
I'm
went
trying to remember
online.
the highest odds parlay I think I've hit was like plus 8,000.
Nah, I ain't hit that big.
Well, and that's what I'm trying to get to you at with
I
the
never
live,
even
the
hit
live
one
bet.
in that big. I don't think.
And that's what I'm trying to get to you at, bro. I turned $18 into 1,500.
That's crazy.
So it's like, but that's what I'm trying to get to you at with this live betting stuff, where it's like, if you're gonna live bet though, and you're gonna do those big I'm not the person that recommend those big parlays, and that's because I used to do them all the time, and I realized the best way for you to really hit those are hitting it live, like kind of how John used to tell us, like you'd bet it in the third, but like I'd even go till the third quarter and catch a line in the third quarter. I catch a line in the third quarter. I catch a line here. Like I was parlaying like plus money. I bet on the Houston Rockets to bet a win a game in that parlay. I remember. I'll never forget that. It was last year. I'll never forget that parlay. They were like plus 160, and I put that. It was like 3 NBA legs. I'll send you the ticket. I don't know if you've seen this ticket. It was like 3 NBA legs, 3 hockey legs, and it was just like bing, 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 and I turned like $18 into 1,500. I used to hit plus 2,000 every week. Every week.
I hit plus 1,000 3 days in a row one time.
But that's exactly like you can do this stuff. It's just
That
it's
was
not
crazy.
something.
I
You know
would
what
put
I'm
it
trying to
in.
say
I
though.
would
It's
put it
very
in,
variable.
go to work, and then like the mid to end of the shift, be like, yo, I just won $100. And they'd be like, what? The next night I go, yo, I just won $100. How the fuck you keep winning? And I'll be like, I did it again. And then I went crazy on the third night.
Bruh. You know, let me tell you the best future I think I got to go find this. Let me go find this. And if you don't believe me, I can send you the proof. But I'm making that joke. But let me go find this exact thing. I gotta find. It was a few. I do for this type of stuff. Always, you got to because it doesn't matter if you did it if you can't prove it. But here it is, bro. I found it. I got the NBA Finals right the year the Warriors went to the finals.
I got Georgia right 3 years ago.
I'm not talking about, for example.
I got Jay Daniels right.
Yeah. Nah, this futures was I guess the NBA Finals matchup correctly in April is what I'm saying.
Oh, your boy's about to get one of those for the NFL.
Okay.
Plus 1,800.
Nah, this was only plus 700 because it was so obvious. You agree with me? If I tell you the year, because you know the Warriors win the title a lot, but the year they went versus Boston 2 years ago, we all knew they were going to be the matchup that year. At least in my opinion, huh?
Isn't that crazy odds?
It was only plus 764.
Ravens Niners plus 1,800.
Because the NFL is more variable and it's a one-game football contest. That's why the odds are what they are. NBA series are more defined. You can tell.
2 best teams in the league.
But like for example, I'm telling you why you have those odds. Like it makes sense why they give you those odds.
That was weeks ago though.
Okay, yeah. Now it's probably going to be similar. Like for example, when I put in the bet for the NBA, it was right when the playoffs started. So it would kind of be like if you're doing it to the NFL, it would have been like if I put it in next week. You know what I mean?
Like having Ravens plus 2,000 and they're at plus like 500 right now.
So you get what I'm saying? Like I got the NBA Finals right, but it wasn't like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I love
and
the
then
futures.
where is this? I swear I had another one. No, I can't find it, but yeah, I'm just looking through it. This is all the old betting time. This is crazy, man. Oh yeah, I just found that ticket I was telling you about, the one that hit for 1,500. I just found it. This is from 2022. So this was let's see. I had 1, 2, 3 plus money legs. I had 3 plus money legs in that parlay, and it was Predators minus 1.5, Oilers, Rockets plus 162. You had Trailblazers, and you had the Wild. I was betting basketball, hockey. Bam!
That's what I did the time I did it. It was when basketball It was NBA, 1 NHL, and 2 college.
Like
Yeah.
I remember I looked at my FanDuel recap for 2022. It said I hit like 150 parlays, 140 parlays or something like that. Some crazy stuff.
That's wild.
But that's why it's like I don't do parlays anymore because I have a history of it and I know what like I've made money for, bro. I bought TV off this stuff. I bought like, this stuff has provided for me at times. So it's like I trust me, I know what it's like to hit a big parlay and go buy something like bam. Oh yeah. I just put a band in my account from betting. What we doing now? Like I know that feeling, but like, bro, it's not. You can't get it consistently. Is what I'm getting at. So it's like that's why I've always changed my betting profiles. And like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I know long term wise, I'm gonna be a better bettor.
I feel you.
Like I still put in some parlays sometimes. Like if I get a free bet or something from one of my books, I'll put in like with that. But I'm not gonna use my own coin to do crazy stuff. You know what I mean? I'm not going to use my own coin to do anything plus 2,000 or more on, like, for example, parlays. If it's a straight, that's a different bet on a plus 2,000, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I don't really do over plus 2,000 on the parlays.
And that's what I'm saying. It's too much. You can't do that consistently. You're not going to make money long term.
You got to be around, like, 300 to 1,000.
Yeah, anything in that range, you're gonna be decent. That's why I say stick to 2 legs, 3 legs if you're doing a parlay at most. If you're gonna do those
250 on the 2-legger.
Okay. But yeah, I'm really excited with the slate for this week. I think we're gonna be able to do good. I really do. One thing I'll tell you is we're gonna have ourselves a great holidays. That's a fact. I know Parlay's gonna enjoy Christmas.
Yeah, we will not be here Monday.
Yeah, no. I hope all of you guys enjoy your Christmas. Please enjoy your holidays. Enjoy football weekend. With that being said, that's Parlay. I'm Matt. We the Gritty Gamblers. We out of here, man. Enjoy y'all's holidays. Peace.
Whenever I bet, I could change the odds for every bookmaker in the country.
Tell them to bring me my money.
Here comes the money.
Here we